Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we've got another Prizepicks video for you. We're going to be talking about the NFL slate on Thursday night, December 28th. We've got the Jets versus the Browns, and we've got 4 picks for you. But before we get into the picks, if you've never tried Prizepicks, use our promo code and they'll double your first deposit up to $100. They'll just match whatever you put on. So if you use the full 100, you'll get 200 to play with. And if you are new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. We run several different types of shows, and a lot of these plays we put out, they move pretty quick sometimes, or they get bumped or removed. So if you are subscribed and you have the notifications on, you'll be notified as soon as the video comes out. Because we've actually had like situations where the plays are like gone by the time, just like a few minutes after it airs, or sometimes we post it. Like it's a tight window sometimes. So definitely want those notifications on. And guys, if you could do us a favor and like the video, if you appreciate what we're doing here, it's a huge help. You guys have been killing it the last few videos, and we've been just continuing to grow and get more views, and it helps us get pushed further into the algorithm. Like you've heard me say it before. Anyways, if you like what we're doing, just hook us up with a like. And we're going to do a recap real quick before we get into these picks. We're going to cover the Christmas Day picks. We had 2 each for that video, and I had taken two Ravens. I took Isaiah Likely for over 9 fantasy score. And unfortunately, I thought this was like such an easy play. Turns out the receiving yards was the one to take, because he hit his demon on the receiving yards. Even I took his demon on a couple, and but yeah, he ended up. We needed 9, and he went for 8.6. So close. But Justin Tucker didn't let us down. We took him for over 7.5 fantasy score. We talked about the distance kicks he's going to be needing to make in this matchup against San Francisco, and he went for 16. He killed it. So yeah, I went 1-1 on that. What about you, Jordy?
Yeah, so I had taken Devontae Smith to go over 4.5 receptions, and he was so close. He needed 1 more. He dropped like 2 balls that should have easily been caught, but he went for 4, so he missed by just 1. And then Trent McDuffie, we took him for over 3.5 tackles and assists, and he went for 5. So got it right on that one, but Smith was so close. So
nice. Well, this is an interesting game because we've been keeping you guys updated way back before fantasy playoffs even started. Our Dynasty League, we talk about it a lot because this is a really important league to Jordy and I. And there's a lot of different personality types in that league, and it's pretty cutthroat, and it gets pretty serious in there. And anyways, I made it all the way to the playoffs. I shouldn't have been in the playoffs. I think I made it in at 6-8, and I won on points, snuck into that 6th spot, made it all the way through to the championship, where now I'm facing Jordy. And I happen to have Joe Flacco as my quarterback, but he hasn't been letting me down, and we're going to be watching this game very closely. Trust that, because he has the Jets defense as well. Anyways, my first play is going to be a fantasy score, and I'm going to be taking Joe Flacco. And I'm not just taking it because he's my quarterback. I actually do think that this is set pretty low for like, I just don't understand how they come up with their fantasy score. Like, in Sleeper, where we play, we have a half-point PPR. I guess PPR doesn't matter for this anyways, but the settings are the same. I guess Sleeper just has him projected higher, but Sleeper has him projected at 14. I think he's going to go for more than that, but 13 I'm very comfortable with taking. He's gone well over this in all but one of the games that he's started for the Browns. And he's just been in crazy rhythm lately. And I know the Jets are a scary matchup, but I don't think that they're going to be able to keep him under 13 fantasy score. And I'll get into why. Let's take a look real quick. The over-under on this game. So we got a 34.5 over-under. with the Browns favored by 7.5. Hopefully we have a nice, fun game. Like, it's unfortunate that the Jets just haven't been able to keep a good quarterback. It would have been fun to see Aaron Rodgers with this squad. I think they had the potential to go all the way with the way their defense has been playing all year. But anyways, so yeah, 34.5 over under. Browns favored by 7.5. So should be a fun game. And if we take a look at Flacco here, Outlier does not have his fantasy score option. That's just not an option on Outlier. So I'm looking at his passing yards here. And if you look at how often he's gone over this line, and it's kind of similar to, I think Prizepicks might have it at like 236 or so. But I'm just giving you a quick breakdown of what he's been doing yardage wise. And his last 3 games, he's gone over 300. His last 2, he's been knocking on the door of 400 yards. I know that these teams are not the same as the Jets, who are number 2 in passing yards allowed. So it's going to be stout, but I think that he's just that classic old school bad A quarterback who's going to be like trying to just force the ball up the field. They don't have much of a run game. I just think that it's going to be one of those types of games. And Prizepicks actually gives you, I did the math here. I can just show you. So if we go to the scoring chart here, passing yards, so 0.04 points per yard. So if he even comes close to a 300-yard game, which is well under what he's been averaging the last 2 games, that's 12 points right there. And I don't think he goes this whole game without 1 passing touchdown. He might get some interceptions too. That's likely because he's just a gunslinger. He throws the ball a lot, and he's willing to take risks and throw it into tight windows. And with this defense being as elite as they are, I think that he'll get picked off. So want to be careful of that. But I still think 13 is just too low, all things considered. So I think he can hit this. I'll be taking that. I would jump over to Daily Grind, but they don't have this play listed. They do have my next play listed though. So I'll be taking Joe Flacco over 13 fantasy score for my first pick. And then my next pick, I'm going back to my man David Njoku here. It's kind of correlates. I think Njoku gets a touchdown in this game, and that would benefit Flacco too with the fantasy score. But he's had a great chemistry with Flacco. He's been going over his receptions regularly. He's been he's in the end zone every, like all 3 of those games that he's been going off. He's made it into the end zone. So if we take a look at Njoku here, again, no fantasy score. So I'm just going to kind of give you my own little breakdown here. If we look at what they're looking at for yardage wise at 48.5, he's gone over this 7 out of his last 10 games. And the Jets overall are number 2 in receiving yards allowed, their defense, but they're 8th against tight ends. So I think that the tight end is the little bit of the soft spot position. And if we take a look at the same situation with touchdowns, so they're 10th in touchdowns against. But if we go to tight ends, they're 28th in touchdowns against. So this is definitely a soft spot. This makes me feel pretty confident about, like, the Browns are going to need to score a little bit, to win this game. And when we look at his touchdowns over the last 3 games, we got 2, 1, and 1, matched with the Jets actually not being that great against allowing touchdowns to tight ends. I'm feeling good about him going over on this as well. They do have him on Daily Grind, and I'm just letting you guys know, this is just like last time we took David Njoku. The odds are not in his favor. People are betting against this at, it's favored at 51% to go under 12.5. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that. Take it if you want. If you don't like these plays, just fade them. But this is what I'm rolling with for this slate. It's a tough matchup. It's going to be a very fun game, but it's going to be a little bit tricky for prop betting. But I'm going to be super excited to watch this game. So yeah, these are the two I'm rolling with. Joe Flacco over 13 fantasy score, David Njoku over 12.5 fantasy score, and I think they kind of correlate there. What do you got for us, Jordy?
Yeah, so to get into mine here, so we got a pretty interesting game script here. I feel like no one really truly knows how this game could go. It's going to be a tight game regardless. I think it's going to be relatively low to like a medium score. I think it's going to be like in the 20s. Maybe if we get lucky in the 30s, that'd be awesome if it's like a total shootout. But, we got a couple good plays here that I'm excited for. So my first one, I'm going to be taking a receiving yards prop, and I'm going with Breece Hall to go over 31.5. You can see he went for 96 against Washington. I don't think he'll go for that many against the Browns here, but if you look over here on Outlier, he's gone over this 6 out of 10 times, but this one game right here is the one we want to look at because this is the one that Trevor Siemian started in. And he had 12 receptions in this game. And if you look at what he's been averaging over the year, he's been averaging 7.1 targets on 5.7 receptions. I mean, that's like wide receiver numbers, but 12 receptions is crazy. He had 16 targets and caught 75% of them for 12. So if you guys watched that game, I was watching it because it was like the first game for my fantasy team because I have the Jets defense, and they were in the driver's seat that entire game, and Simeon was just forcing Breece the ball constantly because it's an easy target. And he's a little skittish right now. He's going to be very skittish in this game because the Browns are very tough. You can see they're ranked 1 in receiving yards allowed, only giving up 180 a game. But running backs, they're giving up, they're ranked 6, giving up 26.2 a game. So a little bit of a nice stat we can take advantage of there. What was I going to show you guys here? Can't remember. But anyway, I just think, for Simeon being like the backup quarterback, I mean, this guy was third string at one point. So for him to come in, I think he's going to be looking for easy receptions, easy targets. I think Breece will have no problem going over this 31 mark for us. And I think the Browns are going to be ahead. So I think they're going to have to get Breece the ball here. So I'm taking that one. I feel pretty confident about that. This is not juiced. It's a minus 115, 113. So people got it pretty much even or a little bit under. But I just think with the game script, it makes a little bit of sense for us. So I'm going to be taking that one. And then for my last pick here, as you can see on DG, I was going to show you this. It's receiving yards for over. It's a minus 115. Some people got it at a minus 122, 125, but we're feeling good about this one. And then for my last one here, I'm going to tackles and assists, and I'm going to go back to Jordan Whitehead. He just missed this last time for us, but if you guys watched that game against Washington, there was like 8 to almost a whole quarter worth of minutes blown off the clock by Washington getting punts blocked and giving the offense, like the offense had like 7.5 minutes of possession time in the first quarter. So the defense just wasn't out there much. And when you don't go out there on defense a lot in the first quarter, you miss a lot of opportunities for tackles. And then same thing in the second quarter. There's a lot of interceptions and stuff. So he just barely missed this last time. He's gone over this in 6 out of 10 games. With a team like the Browns, who are throwing the ball a lot, for a free safety like him, as you can see, overall, they're giving up the 32 most tackles a game and assists. That's because they run the ball a lot too. But with the way Flacco's throwing it right now, up the middle of the field and everything, I think Whitehead's going to be able to find 6 tackles in this game. It is juiced. If you look at this over here, it's a minus 123, 125. Everyone's kind of got it the same. DG's got it at minus 124 with a 51% to go over. I feel pretty good about it. I like Jordan Whitehead a lot. I've gone to this play a whole bunch, and 5.5 is just pretty. It's right there at the spot we wanted at. So I would get this before it goes to 6, and that's my 2 plays.
Awesome. Yeah, man. And this is going to be interesting too, because this is a revenge game for Flacco as well.
Yeah, that's true.
And since he's been balling for Cleveland, and then he didn't get re-signed by the Jets and whatnot, and he had to sit there and play alongside.
They're trying to gas
Zach
up
Wilson.
your quarterback, dude.
Yeah. I'm just saying, this could be, you might want to go in there and show out.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for us. If you are interested in checking out our Discord, we will be posting plays all day for NBA and NFL for tomorrow's slate. And we've got me, Jordy, Moose, and Consul, our other two analysts. So there's always some sort of plays being posted. As soon as we see value, it's not like we can always just jump on and make a video real quick. So the Discord is nice because we can just quickly give our little breakdowns. We have sections to, screenshot the plays we're into and give a little breakdown of why we like it and whatnot, share stats and matchup, numbers and whatnot. But anyways, there's a link in the description of the video if you want to check that out. And also, if you're interested in checking out Daily Grind, they're our official partner. So they are giving all of our viewers 25% off if you use code BACKDOOR. There's a link in the description of the video for that as well. And they have lots of different types of tools. There's a correlation tool that is so fun for NFL. It's great for CSGO and NHL as well, but I love playing with it for NFL, so I'll be running some slips tomorrow with that. Sometimes I like to take the correlation tool because they give you like a 6-man slip and all the plays correlate with each other. But I'll take that and then I'll sub out one of the receiving props or maybe two of the receiving props with the same prop, but with the demon. And it's a lot of fun because you can kind of mix and match it. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it. We hope you have a great Thursday and we will catch you in the next video.
Good luck, guys.